Hi guys and welcome back to the game room. This is a Dave and Mike first impressions on EA's latest release. It's FIFA 15 on the Sony PlayStation 4, also released on the Xbox One, on the PC and on the previous generation platforms, so PS3, 360, etc. We've got Matt with us as well as a special guest.
Guys.
So how's it going? All good?
Yeah.
Looking forward to FIFA 15 then and playing it?
I am. I've already played the demo, but I've purchased the full game today. Should be playing it tomorrow.
Fantastic. So what you're seeing at the moment is video footage of me and Mike doing an online game. Mike's at my house, we're doing a co-op, me and him on my PS4 against a randomer online on Seasons mode.
Yeah.
So to start off with, it's a wet weather game. There's a bit of a glitch though, Mike. Have you noticed it says Man United versus Man United?
I was just about to say, mate, but stop the press. Look at the rain.
Wow.
They've actually nailed the rain at last.
And the
Because,
light shining through as well.
yeah. Because in previous FIFAs, if you remember, rain games looked awful.
Oh, they did, didn't they? They looked absolutely awful. The rain was too over the top. It was oversaturated.
It was, yeah, because when you're watching a real football match on Sky or whatever channel you're watching on, you can't usually see the rain unless it zooms in.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is how it is now. And
You mean like ultra close focus? Rooney!
Rooney!
Just to interrupt myself there. Great goal, great cross, great header, great goal, Mike.
Yeah, it was a nice bit of build-up play. Already I've noticed with this FIFA how more responsive it is.
Yeah.
You've got sort of more control of the ball. The ball feels a bit more weighty. The gameplay feels a bit slower.
Yeah, totally agree with that. I also like the physics. Overall, the physics of the ball, as you say, it's a lot more weightier.
Yeah.
And the physics of the players, because they feel like they're actually, there's something about them, you know?
Yeah.
They're not just floating around. Because I remember you saying to me on one of the previous FIFAs, they felt like boats. Like power boats.
They did. They sort of slid around the pitch.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Sort of glided around the pitch, didn't they? What did you think, Matt? What did you think of FIFA 14 on the... You had it on the PS4, didn't you?
Yeah, I had 14 on the PS4.
What did you think of it?
It was good, but this one, it just tops it, though.
So from the demo, you're...
Well, yeah, just the down. I'm seeing what you played at you as well.
Yeah.
You're going to enjoy the full game more, because I think it touches up certain things on the demo.
Yeah.
Because there were still things in the demo I was a little bit funny about, but this seems to... it's not a lot different, but it is an improvement.
Yeah, so there was a day one patch, wasn't there, Mike, with a list of things that they'd fixed which came out.
Yeah, the fix note.
That's right, because one complaint from the demo was goalkeepers. You
They
saw some dodginess.
were proper dodgy, weren't they?
They were.
They spilled the ball constantly, all the time. As I say that, he spills the ball.
That's the deflection, so it's realistic.
It was, yeah. But it's good. It's an improvement. Now I'm reading mixed reviews with FIFA 15, not just in the media, but from players alike. If you look on Metacritic at the moment, it seems a bit of a Marmite game. I personally think it's because gamers do not like the new defending.
So you think the new tactical defending, where you can't just, hold a button to pressurise someone and then nick the ball?
Yeah, well, we've had that tactical defending, I think, since FIFA 12, but they've taken this on a little bit further now. For example, you can't just use the step-in button like in FIFA 14.
Yeah.
That was abused online. You could just people stepping in, just hammering the... for me, it's square, because I use a Pro Evo
Do you
controller.
still do what I call jockeying?
Yeah, jockeying,
yeah.
you
You
can.
still do that.
Yeah,
Basically, that's the same as holding the contain button. It kind of jostles them and jockeys them, and you try and keep them sort of at a distance, but you're still there if they try and move towards you with the ball.
Right.
And if you hold the slow dribble button, I call it, which for me is R1, so it's the opposite of sprint,
Yeah.
and they come close to you again and make a move on you, you're going to steal the ball pretty much.
Yeah.
As long as your positioning's right and you've got a decent player. For me personally, touching on what Mike said, as we see a great cracking long shot there
hit the thing,
from Juan Mata.
hit the top of the bar.
I think it did. Just touched on what Mike said, that people don't like the defending. Because the game's now more responsive, it's now easier for an attacker to sort of sidestep, move past people. The dribbling's really been improved as well with the right players. There's more uniqueness about the players. A player like Messi really stands out from the crowd, definitely.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so someone who's got good skill. I mean, on this, Di Maria's stunning. He's got pace, he's got trickery.
Have the different players got different animations?
Some have, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them they've done some motion capturing. So some you'll find have unique ones, like Ronaldo, for example, and Messi will have his animations as well.
Yeah.
Look at that!
I think... nearly 1-1. I think, though, that player animations, individuality's been in FIFA for a while now.
It started getting that way.
But it's not just now when you've got the ball. Like the difference now, me and Dave are playing with United. The difference between say controlling the ball with Daley Blind to Angel Di Maria is a huge difference, and they've toned down the pace.
Yeah,
which was
agreed.
important.
Agreed.
The ball doesn't fly all over.
Yes, it does. It's closer to real football.
Yeah, it represents the game better. And a nice thing they've brought back is the feature that me and Dave being able to play together now locally.
Yeah.
Online, because they took that out, didn't they?
For 14, they on PS4 they dropped a few things, didn't they? There was a few things missing. But there's one thing me and you won't see the back of, or won't be too upset to see the back of, Mike, and that's those lobbies. Do you remember we had to
lobbies. FIFA 13, wasn't it? And FIFA 12 had them. FIFA 11 had them.
FIFA 10 had them.
Just basically, you wanted to get a game just with a friend against 2 other people, and it would always end up mayhem. You'd have 3 people trying to join our team, and we'd be playing against them 4 randoms, and the games were just a mess.
They were indeed, yeah. So another thing I seem to have noticed is the teams all feel different. I've not had any one match that's felt the same so far in the career mode I've started in the first 5 or 6 matches.
That's good.
They've all played differently. I noticed it on the demo with Boca Juniors. They had a bit of an inferiority complex against me with Barcelona.
Right.
So they played conservative for 60 minutes, and then for the last sort of 20-30 minutes, they went defensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found when I was playing on the demo, worse side, towards the end of the game, if they were winning or drawing, they'd keep the ball in the corner and run down the clock.
Noticed that.
I thought that was good.
And they'd use the park the bus tactic, which has become popular now for the lesser teams. If you're a better team and they've got the lead, they will sit back. They will put 10 men behind the ball, just leave the striker up on his own.
The AI is good. Have you noticed? I don't know if it's in the last one, but the computer actually does short corners now.
More so. Yeah.
The CPU does quite a few. Although my grumble would be, I think the CPU's using it a bit too much against me.
Yeah.
Short corners galore, and I found it a bit strange, but it just might be a coincidence when I've been playing it. I don't know yet.
But you can always fix it with a patch.
They could, They could always tweak the AI with a patch.
Yeah.
The good thing about this game, as I think we've already discussed, is the pace of the game. Like, it's so much better, and Matt as well. It's so much more realistic. It's slowed down. It needed to be though, didn't it?
It did. Yeah. Now I don't know who at EA decided that, because when I think of the type of guys who buy this game, I imagine the casual gamer.
Yeah, I do too.
And it surprises me that EA have gone down the realistic route.
It's a simulation.
It really surprises me. But it sells like hotcakes now, FIFA does. So people obviously want realism.
And of course, we can't just talk about FIFA 15. We have to look at the opposition as well. We've got to look at Konami. They've been in a bit of disarray, haven't they, since the beginning of the 360 PS3 era?
Well, we all 3 of us in this room were Pro Evolution Soccer nuts, weren't we?
We were. Yeah.
FIFA didn't come near it.
FIFA was an arcadey game, wasn't it?
FIFA didn't come near it. Pro Evo was. If you
enjoy
enjoy football,
proper sim, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the thinking man's football video game, wasn't it?
It was.
But
it was very technical.
I think it had a terrible last generation, basically.
For years, it's just FIFA's topped it, hasn't it?
It has done since. I mean, Pro Evolution Soccer 2008 was the start of it. I think that was the start of the massive decline from Konami. They really struggled. FIFA 08 was good, but it wasn't without its issues. It had some problems.
It's a shame. It ruled on the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 era.
Yeah.
When we got to PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, I can't recall a PES game that stood out and everyone was like, yeah, this is brilliant. FIFA ruled that generation. I quite liked PES 2013 because I didn't enjoy FIFA 13 at all. But apart from that, it was dog shot. Pro Evo was for years.
It was.
And it's got a lot of catching up to do. I haven't played the demo, Dave. You have.
I have as well.
You played it, Matt?
Matt has as well. And to be honest with you, up against FIFA, to me it feels slow, it feels disjointed, it feels a bit cumbersome at times. The animations take too long.
Yeah.
The physics, I don't know, they've almost... The shooting
doesn't seem like you're guiding the ball yourself. It's as if the CPU just picks when you...
Yeah, and people are going to start going on at us now saying manual controls. I'm sorry, lads, I haven't got time
to learn manual controls. Neither have I.
No.
I haven't as well. I have to go to work. I've got a son to look after. I haven't got the time. Then when I want to enjoy my gaming to learn manual controls, I just want to jump on and and play the game. That doesn't mean I want to just be playing long balls and cross-headed goal. We want like build and I'll play, don't we? But
yeah, completely agree with you, mate.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
But yeah.
So Pez's demo, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Oh no, it's not a bad football game at all.
Absolutely not bad. But compared to this,
it just doesn't beat FIFA.
For me, with Pro Evo, from the videos I've seen of what you two have told me, a Pro Evo 2015 demo, it's still the game. It still wins in midfield. It looks fantastic in the middle of the park, the building up, the play, the passing. But defensively, apparently, it's supposed to be a bit dodgy. And up front, again, it's not organic. It's just as soon as you're near the arrow, in the area, shoot, goal. You could sort of shoot from anywhere, goal. I don't like that.
it is very, very easy to score goals. I did get called out by a guy on Twitter, actually.
I scored on my first playthrough.
Who said to me, "You're not playing it on Superstar difficulty," and I had great pleasure in telling them, "Yes, I do. I'm actually quite a good player as well."
Yeah.
And it's too easy to just get into a position, tap square, goal, job done.
Yeah.
Which I don't like. FIFA again. Going back to FIFA, the emotion, Mike. The emotion that's shown from the players on some of the cutscenes when something happens.
It's fantastic. I actually had FIFA a day earlier. I did it on Thursday, and I'm using Swansea City in career mode. And John Joe Shelby, as in real life, he's constantly kicking out at other players. There's cutscenes of him getting annoyed. So they've got that nailed on. And you've said it's the same with United. You had a...
I did. I had some matches where Robin van Persie couldn't hit the back of the net, wasn't getting the chances,
Right.
and then he scored the winning goal for me against Everton in a Premier League match, and the cutscene was all focused on him, the commentary was all focused on him. It was brilliant. It was so nice to see.
The presentation on FIFA now is exceptional. Now, the gameplay is where it's at. The front end of a game is always the icing on the cake.
Yep.
But the presentation, it has to be touched on, is immense on FIFA 15.
Agreed, it is. I mean, graphically, it's probably the best looking FIFA yet, and they've scored with Danny Welbeck of all people.
Yeah, we're having a bit of lag in this game. So I don't know if this guy's got a bit of a dodgy internet connection, because ours is
solid. It's 120 meg virgin.
Yeah, we're fine. So it must be something or it could be their servers, because the game's new. It might need a patch. We don't know.
Yeah, precisely. Or they could be using different servers, new servers that aren't up to speed yet. There's a number of different
This is the first time we've taken this online, is it? We've only played career mode until now.
Totally, both of us. The very first online game.
And let's talk about career mode. Dave, have you noticed anything new?
Not so much, actually. It's very similar to 14 in a lot of respects.
Yeah.
So that may disappoint some of you guys, and I appreciate that, because there do need to be more changes made.
They left it out in 14, FIFA 14. Yeah, so you just want to do just
tournament mode,
Premier League, or just an FA
tournament
Cup.
mode. It's back.
It's
tournament
back.
mode.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So you can just do an FA Cup on its own.
I like just to do the FA Cup.
Because you're different to me and Dave. You don't like to fuss about with signings and contracts and all that, do you? Which is great. A lot of people ask for tournament mode.
So I'm glad.
Me and Mike are wannabe Van Gaals, basically.
That's good news.
Yeah,
that's
basically.
It is. I thought it was a bit of a glaring omission from 14, to be honest. I'm surprised.
I think they left it out because they wanted to get a few core things right. It was a very good game on the PS4. I think that's why they left it out. It was a very good game on the Xbox One and the PS4. So I was happy with 14. I prefer this so far from what I've played. There will be annoyances in FIFA because you start to notice them as the months go on with any football game.
You do.
But generally, it's a cracker. I'm really, really enjoying this, I've got to say.
And finally, Mike, and Matt as well.
Yeah.
We need to discuss people's gripes on the game and what we think, because there's been a lot of posts. You've read some forum posts. I've seen some forum posts. Let me first start by saying that a lot of what I've read, I'm kind of discounting due to brand loyalty because of Konami and PES. A lot of people that on the particular forum I've been on, they're very PES focused. Yeah. So I ignore what a lot they write.
Same with me, the forums I've been on. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people are moaning about defending. Guys, it's going to take a while to master the defending on this. It's all about player positioning, not holding sprint, getting the players in the right places. As you can see, I'm struggling on this at times myself. It's going to take time and master. The best games, the organic games, always are the ones you've got to take time with.
Definitely.
You've got to go back to basics with defending on this game.
Easy to pick that, tough to master.
You've got to be back to basics with the defending. As you can see, 90 minutes are up. We've got injury time. It's 0-0. Oh, sorry, 0-0? What the hell am I on about?
You forgot about our fantastic goal we scored at the beginning.
And I forgot about their equaliser from Welbeck as well. How did I do that? So yeah, towards the end of the game. Okay, now, final thoughts. FIFA is really good.
Your first impressions for me, fantastic. It's a grower. Give it time. It's a bit like the old Pro Evos, the good Pro Evos, where it will take weeks and months to master.
Agreed.
Yeah. You haven't really played it yet. The demo, you loved it.
Like the demo, I've just watched it and I played the full game. and I can't wait to get a blast myself tomorrow.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching the first impressions of FIFA 15 on the PS4.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.